Imagine there are roads that wind through dense jungles, crossing mountain peaks over 5,000 meters high, or winding along sheer cliffs, deep ravines, ice and blizzards, where our bodies push the limits of endurance. Welcome back to HD Travel Insight. Today, we will explore some of the most dangerous and spectacular roads on the planet. Let's see, do you have the courage to drive through them? Retristo de Vetnaste, Brazil. Hidden deep in the Amazon rainforest is the BR 319, a nearly 870 kilometers long road built to connect the city of Manaus with Porto Velho. But over time, nature has taken control. Every rainy season, there are sections of the road that are almost impassable for months at a time. The dirt road quickly turns into a sea of thick mud. Heavy trucks are swallowed up in deep, muddy ditches, and cars can get stuck for hours, even days, with just a slight misstep. But the road surface is only part of the danger. On either side of BR 319 lies the Amazon rainforest, a vast 5.5 million square kilometer area, the world's largest tropical rainforest. Much of the route has virtually no cell phone signal and very few rescue points. If your car breaks down, you could be isolated in the wilderness, where disease-carrying mosquitoes, venomous snakes, jaguars, and crocodiles still live. On BR 319, the scariest thing isn't the mud or the giant potholes. It's the feeling that, if you disappear into this forest, no one will ever know you were there. Oymyakon Winter Road, Russia. If the Amazon scares you with its dense jungle, then the next stop challenges humanity with its cold. This is the Oymyakon Winter Road in the Yakutia region of Russia. Every winter, when temperatures drop below -50 degrees Celsius, the rivers freeze over and become the only road for vehicles to travel. There is no asphalt, no concrete, only a thick layer of ice, supporting thousands of vehicles. But if the ice cracks, the car could fall straight into the frozen water below. In this place, the scary thing isn't the road, but the cold. If your car breaks down, you'll have to race against time, because in that harsh, cold nature won't give you a second chance. North Yungas Road, Bolivia. Leaving the icy regions of Russia, we arrive in the Andes, Bolivia, where lies the North Yungas Road. The road is approximately 64 kilometers long, but it is known worldwide as the Death Road. Some sections are only a little over 3 meters wide. On one side is a sheer cliff. On the other is a ravine more than 600 meters deep. When behind the wheel, you almost dare not look to the right. Just one inaccurate steering maneuver, the car could plunge straight into the ravine. Fog, heavy rain, and landslides make every curve a challenge. Before a new replacement route was built, this place used to claim 200 to 300 lives every year. On the North Yungas Road, the smallest mistake could be the last mistake. Karakoram Highway, Pakistan and China, leaving the cliffs of Bolivia. The journey continues to the Karakoram Range, home to one of the highest roads in the world. The Karakoram Highway stretches over 1,300 kilometers, crossing mountains over 4,500 meters high. At this altitude, the air becomes thin. Every breath is more difficult. Just a few seconds of inattention, you could face sharp turns along the edge of a precipice. Or rocks suddenly falling from the mountainside. Heavy rain, melting snow, and earthquakes, causing landslides year-round. For many drivers, the scariest thing isn't the altitude, but the feeling that the entire mountain could collapse before you even get past. Black Bear Pass, United States. And this is a road that leaves you no chance to turn back. This is the Black Bear Pass, a dirt road nestled in the San Juan Mountains, Colorado. The road is only open for a few months each year, and only for high-clearance four-wheel drive vehicles. The road is narrow, steep, full of boulders. Especially, many sections have no place to turn around. Once you start going downhill, you have almost no other choice besides continuing forward. Just one wheel slipping on loose rocks, or a sudden sharp turn of the steering wheel. The car could roll down the mountainside multiple times. At Black Bear Pass, the scariest thing is once you're on it, there's almost no turning back. Khardung, LA, India. Leaving Black Bear Pass. The journey continues up the mountain peaks of Ladakh, India. This is Khardung La, one of the highest roads in the world. The pass is located at an altitude of nearly 5,400 meters, where the air has only about half the oxygen compared to sea level. Each press of the accelerator becomes heavier. The engine roars due to lack of oxygen, and the driver must strain their eyes to follow the narrow dirt road. On one side is a cliff. On the other is a bottomless abyss. Every summer, tens of thousands of vehicles still line up to traverse this road, making avoiding other vehicles between the narrow curves a challenge. In Khardung, what makes many people apprehensive isn't just the altitude, but the feeling whether you can make it to the end of this road. Tuguru Iwaki Skyline, Japan. Leaving the snow-capped peaks of Ladakh, we arrive in northern Japan, where there's a road that looks like a giant zipper winding across the mountainside. That's the Tuguru Iwaki Skyline. The road is famous for its 69 hairpin bends, stacked one after another on the slopes of Mount Iwaki. Each time you navigate a bend, you almost have to turn the steering wheel nearly 180 degrees. Then immediately prepare for the next bend. There's not much time to relax, nor is there a long enough straight stretch to let your hands rest. The higher you go, the ancient oak forests gradually give way to clouds and mist. In autumn, the entire mountainside is ablaze with red and yellow. Breathtakingly beautiful, but also enough to distract anyone for just a few seconds. Red Bull once called this place the final boss of drift enthusiasts. Not because of the speed, but because if you handle just one corner slowly, you'll have to face 68 more corners waiting ahead. Tianmen Mountain Road, China. Leaving the desolate cliffs of Pakistan, we arrive at a road that looks like a giant dragon winding its way along the mountainside. This is Tianmen Mountain Road. Located in Zhangjiajie National Park, China, it's only about 11 kilometers long, but boasts 99 hairpin bends. A number considered by the Chinese to be a symbol of longevity. The road begins at an altitude of approximately 200 meters and climbs to over 1,300 meters in just a few minutes of driving. Every 100 meters, you almost have to turn the steering wheel 180 degrees to hug the next bend. Viewed from above, the entire road resembles a white silk ribbon, wrapping around the sheer cliffs. Up here, you are not allowed to drive yourself. The entire route is reserved for professional drivers of the tourist area, because just one moment of distraction is enough to send the car hurtling towards the edge of the cliff. At Tianmen Mountain, what's breathtaking? It's not just the 99 hairpin bends, but the feeling. Every meter you go up, it feels like you're getting closer to the sky. Lafari Pass, Pakistan. If the 99 hairpin bends still give you a moment to breathe, then the next stretch it won't be so easy. This is Lowari Pass, a mountain pass in northern Pakistan, connecting the Chitral Valley to the rest of the country. The locals call it by an eerie name, the Gates of Hell. The pass is over 3,100 meters high. In winter, snow can cover the road to a depth of several meters. Cold winds whip against the cliffs, while fog constantly rolls up from the valleys. Visibility is reduced to just a few meters. Every bend in the road could conceal a vehicle speeding in the opposite direction. For decades, many drivers have been stranded here just because of a sudden snowstorm. At Lowari Pass, you're not just driving through a mountain pass, you're passing through a place where the weather can change the fate of an entire journey. Valley of Fire Road, United States. Leaving the snow-capped peaks, we arrive at a seemingly harmless place, a barren desert in the heart of Nevada. This is the Valley of Fire Road. The road winds through Nevada's oldest state park. On either side are blocks of red sandstone, eroded by wind and water over 150 million years. From afar, the scenery is strangely peaceful, but this arid place has hidden an unpredictable danger. Water, just one heavy rainstorm dozens of kilometers away. Flash floods can strike, sweeping away everything on the road in minutes. In the summer, the asphalt gets so hot, you can feel the tires clinging to the road. In the Valley of Fire, the most dangerous thing isn't what you see, but that's what can happen when you think you're completely safe. Gataloops, India. This is the Gataloops, a series of 21 hairpin bends located on the Manali-Leh road in the Ladakh region of India. The road ends at an altitude of over 4,600 meters. In the middle of a cold desert, where there are almost no trees and hardly a soul, each bend takes you higher. The air is thinner and the silence is heavier. But what makes the Gataloops famous is bend number 19, where many drivers still leave a bottle of water or a cigarette in memory of the truck driver who is said to have died of hunger, cold, and thirst after his truck broke down in the middle of winter. To this day, no one knows how accurate that story is, but every convoy passing by still silently slows down as a way of showing respect. In Gataloops, sometimes What sends shivers down your spine isn't the road ahead, but what is supposed to remain behind. Coquihalla Highway, Canada. If there's one place where snow can obliterate an entire road, it's this place. This is the Coquihalla Highway. A highway over 320 kilometers long, crossing the Cascade Mountains in Western Canada. At first glance, it looks like a modern highway. Multiple lanes, wide road surface, and built at a cost of billions of dollars. But winter is when Coquihalla reveals its true face. Every year, it experiences more than 10 meters of snow. Storms can appear in just minutes, turning the landscape ahead into a white blur. You're still driving, but you can no longer see the road. You can no longer see the car ahead. Only the howling wind, and your hands gripping the steering wheel tightly. Even heavy trucks weighing tens of tons. It's also possible to slide sideways on a thin, almost invisible layer of ice. – 2021. An extreme rainstorm swept away sections of highway overnight, completely cutting off a vital transportation artery in Western Canada. In Coquihalla, you never know what will appear after the snowfall. $1 Million Highway, USA. There are roads so beautiful that you forget you're so close to death. That's the $1 Million Highway, a road about 40 kilometers long, crossing the San Juan Mountains in Colorado. On both sides are vibrant red cliffs. Pine forests cover the mountain slopes, and the scenery makes anyone want to stop and admire it. But those few seconds of distraction are the most dangerous. The road winds around sheer cliffs. Many curves have almost no guardrails. Below is a chasm hundreds of meters deep. This is also the center of Avalanche Alley, where experts have recorded more than 100 natural ski slopes. Just one heavy snowfall or a sudden temperature increase, thousands of tons of snow and rocks could fall onto the road. Yet, the $1 Million Highway remains open year-round, despite the freezing temperatures and the ever-present risk of avalanches. In this place, sometimes, the most beautiful scenery can also be the most dangerous place. K, Argentina. The higher you go, the world behind you seems to disappear. No more forests, no more rivers, only rocks, wind, and the sky. This is K, the highest point on Argentina's legendary Route 40. The pass is located at an altitude of nearly 4,900 meters, one of the highest roads for cars outside of Asia. At this altitude, the air is so thin. Every breath becomes difficult. The engine also loses power. The road winds through cliffs of various shades of red, yellow, and gray. The scenery is so desolate, almost no trees can survive. In winter, or after summer storms, the pass can be closed for weeks. If your car breaks down, you will have to wait in the barren mountains. A place of only cold wind and an endless silence. Serra do Rio do Rastro, Brazil. When visiting Brazil, there is one of the most spectacular mountain passes in South America. That is Serra do Rio do Rastro. The road climbs through the Serra Geral mountain range, with dozens of hairpin bends clinging to the mountainside. In winter, temperatures can drop below 0 degrees Celsius. Frost, even snow, turning the steep road surface into a slippery ice rink. Screechs of fog from the valley can roll up in just a few minutes, swallowing the entire road. You are still behind the wheel, but ahead is only a thick white expanse. You don't know where the next bend is, nor do you know what awaits beyond that fog. In Serra do Rio do Rastro, the scariest thing is the moment. The road disappears right before your eyes. Moki Dugway, USA. There are roads built to bring people closer to nature, but there are also roads created to challenge their own courage. That is the Moki Dugway, a road less than 5 kilometers long, carved straight into the Cedar Mesa Cliff in Utah. In that short distance, you have to climb more than 360 meters. Through sharp turns covered in dirt and gravel, there is no asphalt, no guardrails, only a sheer cliff on one side and the vast expanse of space on the other. Looking down from the valley below, the road almost disappears. It blends into the red color of the cliff. Each turn makes you feel you're getting a little closer to the edge of the abyss. And then a sudden rain comes. The dry gravel quickly turns into slippery mud. The wheels begin to lose traction. The steering wheel feels heavier in my hands. On the Moki Dugway, this road doesn't seem to be built for the hesitant. Have you dared to try any of these routes? If you had to choose one place to drive yourself, would you choose the Moki Dugway or the Death Road in Bolivia? Leave your choice in the comments below, because at our next stop, we'll be on a road where wild bears can appear right in the middle of a bend. And that's just the beginning. Transalpina, Romania. There are roads. What frightens you? That is, you're not the only creature traveling through this place. This is Transalpina, the highest paved road in Romania, winding through the Carpathian Mountains at an altitude of over 2,000 meters above sea level. The road stretches for tens of kilometers, in the midst of one of Europe's last remaining wilderness areas. The scenery here is strangely peaceful. Meadows stretch endlessly. Clouds drift lazily over the mountain peaks. Everything makes you want to roll down your car window, to take a deep breath. But then, right after a bend, a fully grown brown bear might be standing in the middle of the road. Not at all frightened, neither hastily moving aside. You're the one who has to stop, not it. That's why Romanian authorities only allow vehicles to travel between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Because when night falls, not only does visibility disappear, but the forest also begins to awaken. Tizi-Nintichka Pass, Morocco. There's something very few people expect. In the middle of Africa, there exists a snow-covered pass. That's Tizi-Nintichka, the highest pass in Morocco, located at an altitude of approximately 2,260 meters, connecting the city of Marrakesh with Ouarzazate, the gateway to the Sahara Desert. Every day, thousands of trucks, buses, and cars have to navigate the winding curves clinging to the Atlas Mountains, just one truck appearing from the opposite direction. You'll have to hug the side of the mountain, while on the other side is a bottomless abyss. In winter, snow and fog can blanket the entire pass. And in summer, large rocks suddenly roll down from the mountainside after the rains. In Tizi-Nintichka, you're not just facing a road full of curves. You're driving through a place where nature can change its face in just seconds. S.A. Calobra, Spain. There are roads that are created like works of art. That is Sa Calobra. Hidden among the Tramontana Mountains on the island of Mallorca. The road is only about 13 kilometers long, but it has to overcome nearly 800 meters of altitude. Through dozens of sharp curves, what's special is it hardly cuts through the mountains, but gently curves along the contours of the terrain. The most famous curve is called Nus de Sa Corbata, or the tie knot, a twist of nearly 270 degrees, allowing the road to cross itself. Seen from above, it looks like a ribbon, carefully placed on the mountainside. So beautiful, you almost forget you're still behind the wheel. But that very beauty leads many to make mistakes. Just a moment spent admiring the scenery, a blind corner, or a bicycle suddenly appearing. That's enough to completely change the journey. Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. After all the roads we've just traveled, there's one place. Even the car rental companies in New Zealand don't want you to drive there. That's Skipper's Canyon Road. A road only about 22 kilometers long, hand carved into the side of a cliff over 140 years ago, to serve gold prospectors. To this day, most of the road remains almost in its original shape. The road surface is only wide enough for one car. In many sections, if you encounter an oncoming vehicle, one of the two drivers will have to reverse dozens, even hundreds of meters. Just one wrong move. The wheels can slip off the edge of the road. Below is Skipper's Canyon, with the Shotover River rushing between the sheer cliffs. Every meter forward is a decision, every bend. It forces you to place all your trust in your own hands. Perhaps that's why many insurance and car rental companies refuse to pay if customers drive on this road on their own initiative. After a journey through dense forests, deserts, ice and snow, and sheer cliffs, perhaps the most memorable thing isn't which road was the most dangerous, but that each journey reminds us nature always deserves respect. If you love stories about magnificent lands, challenging routes, and little-known hidden corners of the world, subscribe to HD Travel Insight. Our team is always striving to research and select the most authentic stories, so that each video is not just a trip, but also a journey of discovery. Thank you for joining us. See you on the next adventure.